Let no man pull you so low as to hate him. This is a quote by Martin Luther King Jr. Have you ever been so angry that your blood boils? So full of hatred that you can't even think straight? I know I've had these few occasions in my life where I've just been so consumed with rage that my skin feels hot, my blood boils, the adrenaline makes my body tremble. When I try to speak, I can't get any words out because I'm so consumed with rage. This is how the monster felt in the excerpt that I'm going to share with you from my favorite book, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This is going to be an excerpt from the end of the book, and in this portion, the monster is hovering over the corpse of the dead body of Victor Frankenstein. Now, Victor was the person who created this monster, but he never accepted the monster never fit in, he never felt loved, and he was dejected by everyone. Because of this, the monster was filled with hatred, and he destroyed and killed everything that Victor loved. And because of this, in retaliation, Victor hunted down this monster and tried to kill him to save humanity from destruction. In this scene, there's a third party, this sailor, a captain of a ship, who is in the cabin with the monster and the dead body of Victor. And this conversation ensues between the monster and Victor. "And do you dream?" said the demon. "Do you think that I was then dead to agony and remorse? He continued, pointing to the corpse, he suffered not in the consummation of the deed. Oh, not the 10,000th portion of the anguish that was mine during the lingering detail of its execution. A frightful selfishness hurried me on, while my heart was poisoned with remorse. Think you that the groans of Clerval were music to my ears? My heart was fashioned to be susceptible to love and sympathy, and when wrenched by misery to vice and hatred, it did not endure the violence of this change. Without torture such as you cannot even imagine. After the murder of Clerval, I returned to Switzerland, heartbroken and overcome. I pitied Frankenstein. My pity amounted to horror. I abhorred myself. But when I discovered that he, the author had once of my existence and of the unspeakable torments, dared to hope for happiness, that while he was accumulated wretchedness and despair upon me, he sought his own enjoyment in feelings and passions from the indulgence of which I was forever barred, then impotent envy and bitter indignation filled me with an insatiable thirst for vengeance. I recollected my threat and resolved that it should be accomplished. I knew that I was preparing for myself a deadly torture, but I was the slave, not the master, of an impulse, which I detested, yet could not disobey. Yet when she died, nay, then I was not miserable. I had cast off all feeling, subdued all anguish, to riot in the excess of my despair. Evil thenceforth became my good. Urged thus far, I had no choice but to adapt my nature to an element which I had willingly chosen. The completion of my demoniacal design became an unsatiable passion, and now it is ended. There is my last victim. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed.